It is a gorgeous Friday fall evening, and I just got back from school. It is finally time for me to open up my Flippin' Frenzy box. I've had this sitting in my basement for weeks, and this video is due on Tuesday. I think I work better under pressure. So my name is Kathy. I'm with Waste.Not.Upcycled. I'm a full-time teacher and a part-time reseller and upcycler. So my box is from Lisa from Bumblebee Corner. I am a member of Sonnet's network membership group, and a bunch of us get together. We mail out some different thrifted items. Some of us are really kind to one another. Others do some really crazy things. Lisa I've had before, and she sent me some really fun stuff. But here's the problem. I'm in a bind. I have like 3 days. The video's due by Tuesday, and it's Friday, and I'm a procrastinator, so I'm gonna go ahead and open it up with you guys. I'm literally opening it up on the fly, and I'm just gonna think out loud as I open it, because like I said, I don't have a lot of time. I do know that we are doing holiday is the theme this year, or this time, so let's see what I got started and what I'm going to be able to hopefully come up with quickly. Talk about like working under pressure. Okay. Oh, she sent me the sweetest postcard. Can't wait to see what you create. I love to see your creative juices at work from Lisa, and she's phenomenal. So that's a major compliment. Everything's wrapped up so nicely. Oh, fun. So right away, I got a tin. That's cool. A really cool tin. Have fun with that. It's like Christmas. Oh, jars. Can't beat that. A glass jar. Oh boy. I feel like these I've seen before. I feel like these are not the first. So these are like curtain hangers, but I used them in the past. I feel like something like this to make nests, so I'm gonna have to get creative with that. Earrings? I'm just kidding. Okay. Oh, these are, she was good to me. That's really cool. Wooden bowls. Oh, I love these. Like, I almost don't want to touch those, and I think those look super cool for accents on walls. I like really love that. Oh, wooden spoon. Oh, this is super heavy. This platter is really heavy. And I need something to hold some of my items in my booth. So this is going to be a fun one. Oh my gosh, there's a lot of stuff. Another wooden bowl. Oh, that's super fun. That's a fun design. I think it's kind of a wood. Oh, these are cute. Oh, love my bingo cards. And then here we go. Okay. Oh, there's more. There's more. Ah, that's pretty. A really pretty crystal dish. Okay, the theme is Christmas. I'm gonna think for a little bit and then get started.
So I came up with my inspiration pretty quickly. I have this vintage Christmas piano music book that I had just recently thrifted. I am going to have each project revolve around a Christmas carol. So let's go ahead and get started. The first project is revolving around Jingle Bells, and I have some fun ideas with this glass jar. I want it to look really old but still see-through. I have this Krylon sea glass that I've had for a long time in my cabinet, and I'm just gonna spray the whole thing down. I'm gonna fill this with Jingle Bells, so while it's wet, I need to wipe it back in places so it's see-through. I have some old holiday transfers from Amazon. This Jingle Bell was perfect. I went ahead and stuck it on and peeled it off. I did get some paint. We'll fix that later. But I go back and completely sand it. It is way too glossy for my liking. I didn't want any clear glass to show, so I go ahead and spray that paint onto a piece of paper, and then I paintbrush some of it on just so it has a little bit of that sea glass color. These brand new Jingle Bells need some rusting. We are going to force it using a recipe of 1/4 cup white vinegar, 2 cups hydrogen peroxide, and then 2 tablespoons of salt. Look at these chemicals working together after only 20 minutes. It is crucial that this is done outside where it's well ventilated. After about an hour, I took it out and then let it air dry. And that's actually when the transformation takes place. It's oxidizing, and when it dries, it develops that rust. The longer it sits in that mixture, the more it'll rust, but look, after an hour, this was perfect. Originally, I was going to put these old vintage items into the container as well, but you really couldn't see them, so I'm just going to save all the bells. I'm pretty happy with how I flipped that plain glass jar into a jingle bell holder. And that wraps it up for Jingle Bells. Let's go on to the next holiday song, Deck the Halls. And I think of holly. So we're going to go ahead and upcycle this tin. And I'm thinking we're going to pull some holly into it. I started out by painting the whole tin in black ash, which is a fusion paint. And I painted it using that crosshatch technique I talked about in my last video, which gives it a nice texture. So first I went up and down, and then I went back over it with the second coat horizontally. I used the same crosshatch method with the top, and then I pulled out IOD, and I fell in love with these adorable whimsical angels. They had holly all over them, and I thought that this would be a perfect fit. All of the transfers I'm using on this tin come from the Yuletide collection, which I had just purchased off of Sonnet. I absolutely love it. And then I decided to go back and layer up these transfers. I wanted this to just feel very whimsical with all of the holly and wreath. Every other panel got an adorable fairy angel, and then I added more holly along the bottom of the tin. This was such a quick and easy transformation. Just a little bit of paint, some adorable transfers, and then I'm just going to touch it off by layering on this lid as well. Once I'm done with all the transfers, I seal it up with DIY's Big Top, and then that's a wrap for Deck the Hall. Next song I chose was The First Noel, and I'm using this platter. I was originally going to do green. I have these stickers, so I'm going to spell out Noel, Noel, not the Old English version, and I'm using York Red by Fusion. I'm going to go ahead and paint this whole thing, the top, the bottom, all of it, with a coat of red. And I later decide, after looking at the letters, that I wanted to pull in that white. So I'm going to be using casement, and I'm going over it with kind of a dry brush so that it's textured. I treated these letters like they were decoupage paper and used decoupage on the bottom and then over it as well. I did decide it was plain, pulled out my transfers, and found a transfer on the top and the bottom just to give it a little bit more decor. I also added some Fusion aging wax just to give it a little bit more grunge. I sealed it with DIY's Big Top, and that was another quick flip thrift. This is going to be used to hold things in my booth. The next project, I was inspired by Old Faithful Pine, which I did not realize until I looked it up. It's actually the most commonly known as Oh Christmas Tree, which I absolutely know. And this is perfect because I wanted to take this and turn it into a decor base for a Christmas tree. So I went through and hand painted using the red and green fusion paint all of the decor just so it had that holiday Christmas flavor. I went through all my bottle brush trees and tried to find one that fit. This vintage one fit perfectly. Grabbed some Type Bond Speed Set and glued it on and let it dry for a little bit. It's not quite where I want it to be, but we're getting there. So I grabbed some aging Fusion furniture wax and black as well, and decided to go ahead and slather the bottom and the base. I felt like it needed a little bit more, so I hot glued on a burlap Christmas tree skirt. I pulled a couple little red berries and glued them around the Christmas tree. And of course, I had to add some of those rusty old bells around the base. There's my final project, inspired by Oh Christmas Tree. So thanks for taking the time to watch the Thrift Flip Challenge. A special shout out goes to Lisa of Bumblebee Corners, who sent me all the fun things to flip. Can you believe I pulled it off in 2 days? Be sure to leave a comment below and let me know your favorite project. And you also want to make sure to watch Tara at the Reclaim Ranch. I sent her a box of thrifted items for her to flip. I'll leave a link down below of all the products I used in this video, as well as a list of all of those who are participating in the Thrift Flip Challenge. And if you're not yet a subscriber, I would love for you to join me in my creative journey. Next week, a bunch of creatives have collaborated together, and we are taking a country sampler farmhouse style magazine vignette and making it our own. And remember, anything can be turned into something, so create and waste not.